Start the intro. Alright, I'm back with another video. Hopefully y'all can hear me just well. Now, I've never done this in the past before in other videos, but this, I'm gonna make a new segment if it goes well. I'm gonna make a new segment for my channel called Elite News. I would make a channel about it, but I haven't decided not to. It's just gonna, since my news is just gonna be about games or the social media platforms I use, it's just gonna be on this channel called Elite News. Now today is the first episode of Elite News, and this is about Rainbow Six Siege. Y'all know it. Y'all seen me playing in the past. But Operation Shadow Legacy is coming soon. Maybe September. There's not an actual release date, but it is on TTS. You'll get a video about on that soon. But I'll also have a video about the main bug fixes for it. So let's get right into it. Obviously, this is Operation Shadow Legacy. We're directed by Harry again. But this is Zero Attacker, also known as Sam Fisher from the Splinter Cell series, if you know him. He's gonna get the SC3000K, which is actually pretty good, cool gun I can see. It's like Sophia's main weapon, Legion's weapon, like mixed together. The MP7, obviously, a 5.7 USG. But it has the pressure on it that you cannot take off. Frag grenades, Claymore. He's a 2 armor and 2 speed. And I'll have a video about what he does and everything about him. Now the map rework Chalet, I was kind of confusing when I heard this. Since I look at the map chart, it's year 5, season 3 was supposed to be Skyscraper. But I guess they changed it. Maybe we'll get season 4 Skyscraper. Like it even says it. Year 3, Skyscraper rework. Year 4, Chalet rework. What in the world? And this is the year 5 chart panel. Wow. Honestly, now this time it's a pretty cool one since we can get on the roof now, which is amazing. And there is a slight problem with this new Chalet rework that could come into the mix with the actual release. Is that when you spawn first floor dining room, you'll die instantly. I don't know why. But the Ping 2.0 system, I was excited when I heard about this. Obviously you can reveal opposing operators by pinging their primary gadget. Regular yellow pings have assigned numbers to make for easier callouts. Just in case like random guy in your teammate playing Rook, alright, and you're playing Echo, and you have impact grenades, alright, and you're playing on Chalet, and that wall needs to be open for a rotational, so he's gonna ping it and tell you to open it, have his number assigned, so like he's like number 3, so he pings it, tells you, throw it, there you go. The rectangle used to determine where your ping will go can be turned off in the options, always. When using the controller, I don't know why they changed this, but when using the controller, the default ping input has been switched to the swap fire mode input. It's like if you were playing like on an Xbox controller, then instead of down on the D-pad, it'd be up on the D-pad. Alright, obviously now y'all can see is the map ban. This has been talked about for a while now, which is pretty amazing. Obviously, they're introducing a new feature called the map ban in both ranked and unranked. Before a match, obviously, each team will be able to ban 1 map from a random pre-selection and 3 maps from a pool. Banning the same map will result in random selection from the 2 remaining maps, while banning 2 different maps by elimination will result in the selection of the remaining map. Players can also choose not to ban any maps, so they can have like a random 3 selection. Now, Everybody's been waiting for this too. Match replay. It is only TTS though. TTS server only. You can pause it, go back around, go forward around, rewind, fast forward. It's like a pro league type style. But see, you can just watch. It'll be a watch playlist if you have TTS. Now, honestly, y'all can see this. Secondary gadget, hard breach charge. Now, this is just going to make a lot easier for attackers. Since you will just get into the reinforcement pool here in a second. Obviously, they bring a new secondary gadget to the game for the defenders called the proximity alarm to help them, because Ash is pretty fast. But this, obviously, it's not this screen in-game, unfortunately. I wish it was, so it wouldn't be that, easy to see. But, obviously, these are two dividers. Your operator does an animation where they connect the dividers, they put that on the wall, they pull this pin, and it starts from here. Toom, 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 toom. Doesn't go that fast, but it goes at like a 2-second pace. And once this one, blows up, it'll just go boom, makes a hole. Don't ask about the sound I'm making. It'll work on any wall, hatch, or barricade. It doesn't matter if it's reinforced or not. New sights. So, red dot. Here's the thing. Some guns will still have the regular scopes from before. Like the red dot, this is new. It's now reworked. But in some guns, the red dot, they'll have the old red dot. That goes for the holographic. And the reflex has been changed. But the reflex will be on some guns. Holographic's been reworked. There's a 1.5 times scope and a 2.0 times scope. Now these will be for some guns. There also is the Acog's name has been removed and replaced with a 2.5 times scope. It's still a 3.0 times scope, but they actually have now a 3.0 times scope, and it's only for DMRs though. But the only thing that hasn't changed its name, or the reptile of the Acog, is when you get the Boss G, I think, still. If you use the Boss G, it'll still be the same Acog that we know. It's obviously new optics and sight colors. Just be people for the, if they're colorblind, they can change their optic color to anything. What I was talking about earlier when I was talking about the secondary hard breach gadget. It's a reinforcement pool. Now, instead of each defender having 2, so 2 times 5 equals 10, it will include 10 available reinforcements to share with teammates. The pool will decrease by 1 for each reinforcement used, and will increase by 1 for each failed reinforcement. So, like if you didn't reinforce it. Like if you stopped holding F or X. If you don't get the point, everybody doesn't have 2. Now, if all 4 of your team, if Doc goes in spawn peaks, and if your Rook goes in spawn peaks and dies, you can just place his reinforcements down for him. So there. It'll also be available in PvE, in Protect Hostage. So, that's good. R.I.P. Thatcher, by the way, he has some changes. It's something about his gadget. It's weird that instead of destroying the gadgets, that when he throws his EMP, it will now disable them for an electronic gadget. It'll disable them. So that's kind of something. Now Squad Finder, they're offering a brand new service called Squad Finder on their website to help Rainbow Six Siege players find the perfect teammates and build the best squad in the game. That's pretty cool. So you could probably just find your own squad if your friends are not on, or something like that. Now Siege stats. This is pretty cool. This guy's almost diamond. But yeah, you can my siege stats will be available on the website, and it's pretty cool since you could probably it'll display season data by season starts June 10th. Like you could just do it any day, daily to see on any seasons to see how you're doing on anything, your season rank, and it's pretty cool since all we have is R6 tracker right now from TRN. But yeah, it'll be with only your username. Pretty cool. Operators price decrease. Obviously, we have every operator, all the good, expensive operators will always go down. So let's see. The season will see a price decrease for 7 operators. Amaru and Go, you'll now see the price is down to 20,000 renown or 486 AR6 credits from, you know. Maverick and Clash's price going down to 15,000 renown or 360 R6 credits. And Ying, Legion, and Ella will go down to 10,000 renown or 240 R6 credits. Now, this seasonal skin looks freaking dope, my dude. That looks so cool. It looks like Grip, if you think about it. And it's pretty cool because it matches the theme for Zero, for Sam Fisher. Now, balancing. Let's get this started. Also, with the introduction of the hard breach charge, new sights and scopes, the change to the DSEG 1.2 and other gameplay balancing updates in this update, we're holding off on operator-related balancing changes for the time being to evaluate their impact. So here, since we have a new secondary hard breach gadget, this is what's replacing. Montang hard breach charge replacing stun grenades. Ying hard breach charge replacing breach grenades. Fuse replacing smoke grenades. Finka replacing breach charges. Amaru replacing Claymore. Knock replacing breach charges. Kateo replacing stun grenades. Lion replacing Claymore. Oh, also, Maverick now has an additional blowtorch canister with 6 in all, up from 5. Obviously, this gives players more latency when rationing their field to open hatches. On average, it requires approximately 2.3 canisters to open a hatch, so an extra canister will be a bit more forgiving of mistakes. Now, this is tweaks and improvement for game balancing. Obviously, the new sights are coming. We're introducing 2 new sights and 2 new scopes. Obviously, the new M4S red dot sight with a 1.0 times zoom, which functions as a no zoom sight. The new MH1 hollow sight, alternative hollow that offers a clean sight and new reticle. New Acog 1.5 times scope, an Acog with short to medium range magnification. Obviously, new scope 2.0 scope with medium range magnification. Now these are the modified sights. The 2.5 times Acog zoom level changed. The 3.0 scope no longer a unique option and will be an option for most DMRs depending on balancing needs. Obviously, they'll do more balancing and distributing them based on operator gameplay and balancing needs. Now, player comfort. This is also the minimum MMR gain/loss. I'll just read this whole thing for y'all. So just pay attention, and I'll add some other things later. So winning or losing a ranked game match will now give a minimum of 25 plus or minus MMR gain or loss. We've also tweaked the MMR gain/loss distribution to prevent diminishing MMR returns for players who play lots of ranked games. In-game report notifications. You'll now receive in-game notifications after a player that you reported is now sectionated. This will replace the thank you emails for reporting a banned player. Play nice, play fair, report those that don't. Now this is kind of also cool. Obviously, let's just go through a situation. You're playing quick match, and you just joined, and you're getting already voted to kick, or your team, or let's see, the enemy team is starting to rush, and you're pre-firing the enemy team, and your teammate runs straight inside in your fire, and you accidentally TK him. Then he votes to kick you, and then you get kicked. Now this as with the vote to kick removal happens. It's gonna happen later in the season. They will be removing vote to kick from quick match, which is the only playlist which had the feature. They've been monitoring it, and it's now found its toxicity related use case with numerous RFF conditions in place, as well as the new improved player reporting panel, all that. And we strongly encourage you to report toxic players via the in-game reporting panel so they can be sanctioned. There we go. The caster HUD. Let's go through this. A new player card is present at the bottom center of the screen that will help viewers swiftly notice which player is spectating. This is extremely useful, especially when switching quickly between players' views. Player's life bar has new feedback to easily spot players taking damage. Activating and deactivating the diffuser has a new hold on, I can't say words, VFX, to make this action more noticeable when it occurs during the round. Drone info is now present in the player card even if the operator is dead or in a down but not out state. Abilities and gadgets have a new VFX for their states when they are ready, active, cooldown, etc. Finally, I can say that word. VFX, yeah. Hostage and secure area game modes are now shown as feedback in the HUD. Game health. GDR. Gadget Deployment Refractor. And I do not know what this means, but it's for behavioral issues that they built further on their Year 4 Season 4 projectile map asset destruction changes and brought it to deployables. I have no idea what they're talking about. So, maybe they can explain more instead of, like... I think this is what I think they mean, is that deployable gadgets not either destroy fragile / smaller map assets when deployed on them, paintings / posters to deploy without an impediment on normal texture surface, paneled walls or carpets. So I just think if you put like a deployable gadget on like a painting, it will just destroy it. ADS sensitivity system. So what this means is now players now have the option to customize ADS sensitivity in the options menu with the ADS sensitivity system. ADS is more consistent across all sites / scope modifications. Can customize sensitivity levels per zoom level according to your personal preference by selecting the advanced option in the options menu. Then you can select the advanced option in the options menu for your ADS sensitivity, and you can change every single modification scope. That includes the 5 times and 12 times scope from Kali. Vault detection. They're trying to improve the vault detection system, which will make vaulting smoother, easier, and make vault behavior more consistent. RFF plus hostage rules update. Also, they've updated RFF rules around the hostage to be more consistent and transparent to prevent ambiguity and abuse. Here's where some issues come in. MMR Rollback Cap. The cap for MMR Rollback has been raised from your max MMR for the season to your max MMR plus 200. We hope this will give you a bit more flexibility for MMR rollback and reduce some of the frustration surrounding it. Sound for refactoring. Also, they've begun the process of refactoring our sound system, which will essentially repackage the way sounds are stored and connected to the game. For more information or what that means and how to improve our sound system, please see toxic issues and community concerns. I'll also make a video about top issues and community concerns. Also, I'll make a video all about, let's just go all the way up here. I'll make a video all about Zero and the new map rework, map ban, and the map replay, and the main bug fixes right here. So, I hope y'all enjoyed watching. And obviously just ask questions to me if there is anything you want to know. If you want me to do more of this series just on Rainbow, I can just do it on Rainbow. But if you want me to do it on other games too, I can, or other platforms or other things, then I can. Just leave a like, subscribe if you're new, if you have a heart to carry. Without further ado, see y'all later. Goodbye. Start the outro.